NLP or Natural Language Processing. Now, NLP actually stands for Natural Language Processing only, and it is a part of computer science, human language, and artificial intelligence. It is basically a technology that is used by machines to understand human language. And not only understand, but to analyze, manipulate, and interpret human languages also. It helps developers to organize knowledge for performing tasks such as translation, summarization, speech recognition, etc. So this is about NLP. And how does a computer understand a human language actually? We all know that computer understand only binary languages. So NLP is actually study of computational treatment of natural, we can say human language. Whenever I use this term natural, it is actually human language only. And NLP is a part of AI. Now there is another term which comes as text mining. Or somewhere you can see text analysis also. So what is this text mining and analysis actually? Basically, what we do in it, we extract the meaningful data from the natural human language text that we have. This means extracting the meaningful data from human language. So this is about text mining. Next, we are going to discuss about several applications that if we have NLP, then where are the few things where we need actually NLP, or where is the applications of NLP. So the very first application of NLP is question answering. Now, question answering focuses on building systems that automatically answer the questions by human in natural language. You might have seen like Google Assistant, Alexa, Siri, they all actually answer in human language only. So there is an application of NLP in question answering. Secondly, spam detection. In spam detection, we use to detect the unwanted emails that are getting into user inbox. Suppose you get an email. Now, using the machine learning model, or let's say NLP only, it actually classifies that whether it's a spam mail or a not spam mail. So that is also a use of NLP, or we can say an application of NLP. Thirdly, we have sentiment analysis. Now, what happens in sentiment analysis is also known as opinion mining. It is used on the web to analyze the attitude, behavior, and emotional state of the sender. This application is actually implemented with the combination of NLP only, and where you can give certain values of text. Let's see the positive, or negative, or let's say neutral. So these all values have been given, or you can say there are mode of context. You give rating to several things, or you give your experience. So what is that? That is actually NLP only. There is nobody sitting to analyze each and every user's reaction, or we can say what opinion or whatever feedback he or she has to give. So that is actually done. That whole data is processed along with the help of NLP only, where you might have seen several emojis also for depicting that whether you like the product, or it's okay, or you are extremely happy with the product or not. Another example of NLP could be, or an application could be, in machine translation. Now, what happens in machine translation is that it is used to translate the text to speech. Now, in text to speech from one natural language to another natural language, such that if I have spoken in something and it actually translate in some other language. For example, we have Google Translator. So that actually develops with the help of NLP only. One of the major use you might have seen is the spelling correction. So what is there in spelling correction is that we have processes like MS Word, PowerPoint. They all do spelling correction, or we can say if that is correct and that is not recognized, then we ignore all, simply do that. So all those corrections are done by the help of NLP only, because it recognizes what text you have written and it identifies that okay, this has to be this particular text, but the user has entered it in a wrong way, so it changes it or it modifies the particular text. Also there are several tools such as Grammarly, which also writes the correct text in place of the wrong text which you have written. Another application which could be is speech recognition. Now what happens in speech recognition is that it is used to converting the spoken words into text. It is used in applications such as mobile, home automation, video recovery, dictating the Microsoft Word also, and other things. So that is also in use of NLP. Sometimes you can see the most important application of NLP is a chatbot. So chatbot is one of the important applications of NLP. It is used in many companies to provide customer chat services, which you have seen in many other services while you're interacting with, such as let's say Amazon. Amazon also has its chat bot services where you can inquire about your product, or when it is shipping, or is that shipped or not, or why there is a delay, or if you want a refund of something, so that can be done. So these are the several applications of NLP. And also NLP has advantages also. It helps the user to ask question about any subject and get direct response within the second. It is time efficient also, and it helps computer to communicate with human in their respective languages. That is the major advantage of NLP. So this is the basic about NLP, and several examples are Amazon Alexa, where using a robot only you can ask certain questions and it will reply you in your own language. Not only let's say English, can be any other language, it can reply to you. So next we are going to discuss about a tool, that how can we actually perform it. So for that we have a tool, and the name of the tool is NLTK. Now what is this NLTK actually is? NLTK is actually natural language toolkit. Now, NLTK is a leading platform for building Python programs to work with human data or human language data. NLTK is most widely mentioned NLP library for Python. We need a particular format or a base to operate all the programs which are there of natural language processing. So for that we have NLTK. Next we are going to discuss about various processing in our upcoming video.